This week on What the Heck, we check in with Tyler, talk about mascots, and celebrate the return of Florida Man. Crack a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Good
morning, Vietnam. Oh, sorry, wrong way.
That's what I was thinking. Thought I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a great one. Man, you're missing out.
I'm a young man.
Well,
I'm a young man named Colin Frederick with Jake Reese and Tyler Heck. Two slightly less young men.
Barely.
One
I'll take that.
One slightly less and one less. What's up, dudes?
Oh, hey.
Jake's back.
Jake's back. Missed you guys.
Do you guys remember Jake? He was the guy that did some talking sometimes.
Hey, fans. Are you all still out there?
I thought you were going to
Missing
say
me?
fam, like you're a real hip, cool little youngster.
No,
What up,
you just
fam?
said how old I
They
am.
don't
I'm
say
not
that
hip.
anymore. That's out already.
Oh,
Fancy.
Tyler knows what's in.
I think. I'm guessing. I don't hear it.
You know, you're on the end.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's out. I haven't heard a kid say that all year.
Oh, so quit saying it, Colin.
I'll say it. I don't give a shit what the kids say about me.
See, that's why you're not as young as you were. You used to
Yep,
care.
getting
That's
older
true.
every day.
Actually, that's not, I never totally cared. What's up this week?
It's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday.
It is almost Friday.
It's Thursday.
It's Friday Eve.
Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. I had a Manhattan tonight.
Nice.
Classic.
Thursday Manhattan
Thursday
night.
Manhattans. My schedule is kind of a little bit crunchy today. At least after work. It felt like it was real chaotic for some reason, but it probably didn't need to be. But it was like I got done with work, and then there was going to be another showing, so I couldn't be here during that, but I had to get home and get some clothes to work out before that. And I had the dog at work, so then I just left him at work, went to Sharon, came back, got the dog, stopped. My truck, by some miracle, was not sitting in the same snow pile it's been in for a month. So I stopped and looked into that. Then I was like, oh, damn it. Dropped the dog off, went and got a Manhattan, went to a secret meeting, and now here we are with another secret meeting.
You're
This one's much
you're
more
living
fun.
the life.
No, I'm not, because if I was, I would have had two Manhattans.
It's true.
You could still have one. It's early.
He did tell me. He's like, well, I usually take a nap early, but I'm up till 2 o'clock or so if you want to come back. I was like, I have to go to work tomorrow.
Yikes.
Sir.
Oh.
I told my dad I was going to have to start taking Fridays off so I could have the full Manhattan evening experience.
At least one Friday off. You got to experience that once.
I probably should, especially before it is no longer a reasonable walking distance.
Or
True.
have that full Manhattan experience, and then Tyler and I come over to podcast after you've had that.
Ooh.
That actually would probably be
I'll take a day off, too.
a hot mess. Yeah, just come to Manhattan experience. It'll be great. We can record
Is
from
that
there.
what we're calling it now? Manhattan experience.
The Manhattan Project experience.
Oh, okay.
I had a Manhattan at a supper club. It was not as good as,
I'm not sure I've ever had a Manhattan.
What is in a Manhattan?
You know,
I think I know. but-
brandy and some stuff.
So I got like vermouth and all that fun stuff in it.
Hard to say.
I'm an old-fashioned guy myself, and those are delicious
Yeah,
if they're made correctly.
Well, I'm working on perfecting the old-fashioned, but I have some time because I don't need to perfect it until the Basement Supper Club is done.
Okay.
But
Could be soon, could be years. We don't know.
Well, I'm still in the negotiation phase of that. Currently on the table is wood paneling. It's not going well for team wood paneling.
I can't imagine it would be very successful.
Well, I get it. It's, maybe not so trendy. However, if you're going to have the authentic supper club experience, like
That's
if
true.
you go into a supper club, there's paneling on the walls.
A good supper club.
Yes.
Yeah, a good one.
If there's no wood paneling,
I don't trust
you
them.
better get out of there.
You get out of there.
Then it's not a real supper club.
Then it's just a restaurant.
They're just a wannabe.
Ain't nobody got time for restaurants.
No. People can't even spell restaurant, let alone go where there's no paneling.
Amen. Everybody can spell supper.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
True that. I think that we're on board with the rest of Operations Basement Supper Club. it's really. It seems like we're just mostly hung up on the paneling.
Well, it sounds like maybe one weekend when a certain someone's busy, we just put the wood
Yeah, we
paneling
throw
up.
that stuff up
I'll
and
be
be
like-
like, oh, I didn't even know they were doing it.
I'll be like, I don't know how this happened. They said they were coming over. I went down to check on them, and it looked like a supper club. It was the damnedest thing.
You didn't know what to do because you were so confused by what you had just walked into.
Yep.
Exactly.
There was 2 of us and 1 of you. We outnumbered you.
Yes, they
You couldn't
overpowered
do
me.
anything about it.
Before you knew it, they were making old fashions. And
And we had a fish fry coming. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be next. After I master the old fashioned, I'm gonna have to get a fryer so we can make fish.
Oh, for sure.
That'd be. I think that I would be able to make more friends if I could first make old fashions and fish fry.
You might have too many friends if you are, can perfect both of them.
Yeah, but if we can swing this, there's enough room for one of those big fancy outdoor dining tents.
True. That's a good point.
So I'm thinking we've got a real chance.
I could be a server.
I'm always looking for new opportunities.
I'm always looking for nude opportunities.
Yep, that's exactly
Yes,
what I
yes,
said
you heard him
and
correct.
meant.
Tyler. Oh God, it's way over here.
Oh, yikes.
Tyler. What the heck? Heck.
That one didn't go on. To go on as long.
Dude,
I hate hearing my voice on that.
I think that if you get to hear it once, that's good, and then when you get to hear it this many times,
It gets
It's even better.
bad. All right, so tonight,
time out. Just kidding.
time out.
Carry on. I have important news, but I'll save it for the news section.
It's coming up in a minute.
So over the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, I have
Been feeling down.
replaying some of my old favorite games on the Xbox.
Ooh, nice.
Starting with Assassin's Creed 2 and recently Assassin's Creed 3. And in those games, you play, so Assassin's Creed 2, you play through Italy during the Renaissance, which is really fun. And then Assassin's Creed 3 is like during the Civil War, or the time before the Civil War through the Civil War. And it got me thinking, like, if I couldn't be alive in this time right now, when in history would I want to be alive?
It's not a game show.
Colin,
I'd like to live in the Wild West. I 100%.
like during those Wild West
Oh
times.
yeah, 100%. I could be a cowboy.
I've
I like
seen
to
pictures.
think. I like to think I was a cowboy in my past life.
Isn't there a song?
Well,
Should've
I
been a
used to
cowboy?
be a cowboy.
I thought it was called.
I got reincarnated as a boring
Should have been a
guy.
cowboy.
Oh yeah, that's a different one.
That too.
That was the exact same tune you were just singing, just with different words.
I actually would like to talk to Toby about copyright infringement.
He did rip you off, from what I hear. So Wild West, what would you do? Obviously, you'd be a cowboy, but
I think I would. It's safe to assume I would spend most of my time in a rocking chair with a spittoon nearby.
Drinking moonshine.
Probably some moonshine, but mostly I would have some friends, also in rocking chairs, and our spittoons would all have a little bit different pitch.
so
And
you'd
we
make
would-
a song.
We'd have breakaway 12 gauges sitting on our laps.
Oh sure, but it's mostly about being able to play Old Town Road with our spittoons.
Old Town Road wasn't out back then.
Yeah.
though.
No, it is now.
You'd have to
Oh.
write it.
So in this,
I was pretty much an innovator back in the Wild West days.
I believe it.
okay.
I think I'd also get in some bar fights.
Saloon doors, like throw someone through 'em.
Yeah, that's
Those would
pretty
be
much
cool.
the whole reason.
Yeah. I'd be down with that.
I don't probably need to. Maybe I could be one like kind of an unofficial deputy, and I could help with some cattle rustling, and not help the process.
Like, you wait, which side are you on?
Stop the rustlers.
Got it.
Maybe go pay a penny and go to a film that's short and doesn't have sound. Basically, my life is pretty exciting in the Wild West days.
Sounds like it.
I imagine it like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. See, I'd be okay with that.
That'd be great.
I got to backtrack because I misspoke. Assassin's Creed 3 is not during the Civil War; it's the Revolutionary War.
Ah, okay.
So leading up to and during the Revolutionary War, when George W. Ben Frank.
George W. Bush,
Yep, him.
King of the Revolution.
They're all fighting for the freedom of the American colonies.
America.
I actually, and maybe it's because I just played through the game, I think I would want to live in, during the Renaissance. I don't know where I would, I don't know if I would do it in Italy, but that time was just I don't know what I would do.
Can I interest you in joining a Dungeons and Dragons adventure? It's similar. It feels very Renaissance-y.
Does it?
Yeah, dude.
Maybe.
There's dragons and shit. Knights.
Does it take place during the Renaissance?
It takes place in your imagination.
Oh, imagination.
Endless.
SpongeBob taught us that. I don't know, it was a very interesting time. It was one of those, I had a couple of history classes on it in high school, and then in college, I had to take an educational art class, and we spent a lot of time on it, and it was just a really interesting,
Bubonic plague.
Everything. Yeah, you didn't know if you were gonna wake up or not.
Here's some important Renaissance news.
More news, huh?
Oh, big.
Don't forget about your other news.
Yeah, big night on the news front. I was on Facebook the other day, and I saw a drawing of a toilet in a medieval castle. Did you see that?
Nope.
I don't think I have.
Basically, so you're up on the 8th floor, right? Or maybe the 3rd. And you sit down on the toilet, which is on an exterior wall.
Oh, I did see. I did know
and
this.
then there's
yes.
a giant chimney down the outside of the building with a pit down below where your little worker bees have to clean it up.
Scoop it up.
Oh,
So
awesome.
basically, it just free falls for 5 stories.
Yeah.
At least there's no splashback.
Can you imagine? I think the meme was something about if somebody farted in there, you could still hear the echo today. And that's important Renaissance news.
That was also part of my reasoning is
That?
the old, living when all these old buildings and the castles and all this were newer and not falling
that's
apart.
because you're spooky.
Exactly. I am.
That'd be some spooky shit.
Not then. It is now.
No, probably
Jake?
would have been then too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any place with a dungeon is generally classified as spooky.
I'm going back to the prehistoric days. I'd like to be a caveman, live back with dinosaurs, write on walls.
Giant
Life was so
saber-tooth.
much simpler then.
It
Just go
was.
out, hunt your food, eat it, stay away from T-Rex, don't get eaten, come back, live in your cave, start fire, learn how to make a wheel. I mean, pretty good to go.
You could have invented the wheel and then
Yeah. Or fire. If I invented fire, that's a revolutionary guy right there.
You'd either be rich or extinct.
Here's my question about inventing fire. Was fire invented because fire can
Just
happen naturally?
Right, but
If you
starting a
creating
fire.
fire.
if you
Yeah.
have mulch around your
The
house.
first guy who first got the sticks together, rubbed them and ooh, fire.
Yeah, he must have
He
been
was
the
something pretty
smartest
good.
person
Oh.
ever to do that.
Yeah.
He was probably a
To take
village.
2 sticks.
He
and
was a
just
village leader
rub 'em
somewhere.
together.
It was probably by accident, honestly.
100%. And he burned the shit out of himself.
Yeah, he definitely died
Yeah, he's
in a
dead.
fire.
R.I.P.
But I'm a big dinosaur guy. I just like the history and seeing the dinosaurs and the different kind. I don't want to get eaten or killed by one, but I think that it would have been kind of cool to live up high on a mountain and see the dinosaurs roaming and go hunting my food and come back and chilling. And
Here's a little bit of dinosaur news.
I love you. Just so full of news tonight.
What are we on? PBS?
Yeah, I wish that we had a breaking news sound.
We'll find
I'm
one.
sure you can research that.
We were driving through Minneapolis the other day, in a part of the city that I prefer to not generally be driving through. However, in the front yards of these houses, there were probably 2 or 3 of them. It seemed that they were built onto the chassis of cars. There were dinosaurs. Full size.
They built the dinosaurs onto the chassis of a car?
Yeah, it looked like you could drive around a dinosaur car.
Why are we not doing that right
Why
now?
do you not have pictures of you and Katie doing that?
Well, because I was trying to not make a complete stop and stuff.
Crash.
Well, no, crashing was. It's
Oh, not
it's
stop.
not the
Yeah,
crashing.
It
that
was the
would do
glowing
it to
slow
you.
and stopping that
Yeah, so you just
Makes
keep her
sense.
moving.
in the
But
gunfire.
it wasn't like the giant uh, transformator outside of Walworth. Have you seen that little guy?
Yeah,
I imagine
that's
that,
pretty good.
I imagine that that's if Tow Mater from Cars if he was a transformer.
That's what he would look like.
Optimator, that's also allowed. Optimator Prime. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like somebody welded a thing together and like abstractly it looked like a dinosaur. And it wasn't like a skeleton of a dinosaur. It was like a dinosaur with skin and teeth.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know why it happened.
Why is that bizarre? That's cool.
Because it's pretty weird to be sitting in your front yard on the
Maybe it's a
chassis
hobby.
Maybe
of
it's
a
to scare people away.
junked out
Maybe
car.
it's a school project.
It's, I don't know, weird school. So, breaking news. You can go to
Or
Minneapolis
Minnesota.
and see those.
Weird schools happen all over Minneapolis.
I used to work across the street from a school called the Harambe, like, Science
Stop
Center or
it.
whatever.
Like
Yeah.
for the
Seriously?
gorilla.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was named for him. I think it was named that before. But I was like, oh, no shit. Then we were driving past it. I showed Katie where Joe's Sports Shack was, and I made a comment about dicks out for Harambe, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" she had never heard that before, and I was like, "Well, I don't really know. It's just like a thing." And she's like, "Well, you shouldn't say it if you don't know what it means." And I was like, "Well, but it was like a thing that was said."
It doesn't. It never meant anything. It was just something someone said after the whole Harambe thing.
Yeah, so now he has a school.
Good for him.
That's more breaking news. Anyway, back to you.
All right, moving on.
If I had to choose a second time period, it'd be the 50s.
50s was really close for me.
The 1850s would be awesome.
The 1850s? That might fall near in time to my Wild West days, but I'm not totally sure.
Oh, okay.
No, man, but if I could be like a greaser
Oh,
or,
I could see you as a greaser.
or like a T-bird.
like the Outsiders.
Yeah,
Nah, like grease.
definitely grease. I'd be a T-bird. Wicked, because I love to sing.
That's true.
And dance at sock hops.
I don't do a lot of dancing, but I could if I was in the 50s, probably. But like,
You'd probably have a sweet car, too, and race it.
yeah, the idea of having a
Yeah.
cool car and then just like, oh, what are we gonna do after school? Go have a milkshake.
And smoke the cigs that are rolled up in our sleeve.
Can we?
Bingo. Wello, wello, wello.
Can we bring back getting milkshakes like more often?
Fine.
I'm
Twist my
outside
arm.
of the time we go get ice cream. Like this is extra time.
Yeah, no. Like after work,
Yeah.
we'll just meet up for a burger and a shake.
I'm
We
sorry.
can make that Tuesday night, because Thursday night's
the
Manhattan
Manhattan
night.
Project is done. It's all about the milkshake project.
Milkshake project. This is gonna be big time. The milkshake project is not so good for the diet project.
Well,
But the diet
that's our
project is
cheat.
less fun. Yeah, that's true. You gotta treat yourself.
Yeah.
Huh.
Donna taught us that.
All right. You satisfied over there?
Yeah, just had a Snickers.
Frickin' A.
I didn't, but
love Snickers.
I did too. It's been a very long time since I've
It's
had
been a while.
one. Probably since Halloween.
Ooh. Good party. Finally cleaned up the other day.
Great party.
In the world, there exist teams. And sometimes those teams are represented by a furry creature. Mascot talk.
I love mascots.
How'd you like that dramatic introduction?
It's pretty good.
It
People
was
didn't
like-
know where you were going. They
It was
were,
like the old movie previews.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
the
was on the edge
world.
of their chairs.
Yeah, no. It was big time.
Yeah.
That's good.
The anticipation was killing me for a
Have you ever
minute.
considered being a mascot?
I did not, but I had a mascot friend my freshman year of college who was, don't hold it against him, but he was one of the Bucky Badgers at Madison. It was pretty cool, but it's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's
what
a
they
secret
do.
society.
Well, and that head, the head weighs literally like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what do you guys do? Just like practice cheers and stuff? He's like, no, man. He's like, we do running and like push-ups and sit-ups. He's like, we have to like be in shape.
Never mind, I'm out.
And then he told me that
Seems
for
like a
like
lot of work.
I was in, but now I'm out.
for most of like the football games and basketball games and hockey and all that stuff, there's like 9 or 10 people that do it. So like you might be only out there for the first 7 minutes of the first quarter and you're done.
Well, yeah, because what if you get assassinated? The show must go on.
Well, it's hot. You got a 30-pound head on. You do push-ups every time the Badgers score. You've done like 30 push-ups with
see.
that head on
Not this
in
year,
the first
but
quarter.
every other year.
Usually.
But I thought it was kind of cool that there was that many people involved in like one game of hockey, and some people couldn't skate, so they weren't the Bucky that went out on the ice. They were the ones that just stayed up in the stands by the fans. But it was kind of neat.
I think.
I guess
We
I
picked his
never,
brain a lot.
I never thought that they had multiple for the same game.
Oh yeah.
I guess I always
Big
thought
time.
it was usually the same one, maybe 2 at like halftime
Sure.
switched, but
It's like a secret
Huh.
society,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
and you like can't talk about it. Otherwise,
Although he did.
they'll kill you.
Well,
He's still alive.
He's probably dead now.
Yeah.
No, I just talked to him.
I would say
Not too long
Well,
ago.
yeah, but after this episode comes out, he's dead.
You're
He
right.
did.
Once they find out he talked about him,
Mhm.
then first rule of Bucky Badger Club, don't talk about Bucky Badger Club.
Bingo. I have never had any desire to be a mascot ever.
I don't think it was cool the way he described it, but then I was like, nah, I don't think I would.
I feel like it takes a very particular personality to be a mascot.
Yeah.
To have that like much pep.
All the time.
And it's not even you, like you're wearing a giant head.
That would make it easier
Like you have to
for
make
me.
it look.
I cannot
I
make
feel like it'd be harder
myself.
that way.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like, how can you be that peppy when you're not even like being peppy for yourself? But it'd be easier for me to be peppy for a critter than be like, I look like a freaking idiot.
Yeah, that might help a
Yeah.
little bit. Because you're getting in costume and like you're
It's
all
like a whole
exciting.
deal. So it's like if that's kind of like your kink, if you're into that, you get all dressed up and go put on a show.
Trick or treating. Hello.
Hey,
You had a Halloween party. You
Yeah.
got all dressed up.
yeah, I did.
True.
Just saying. It's very similar.
Very true. I guess I never thought of it like that
I'll
either.
have another Halloween party someday.
Yep, we'll be there. Probably.
It's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would not fit really any of us in this room. I feel like
Yeah.
they tend to be,
The costumes, yeah, they seem a little small.
yeah. I was gonna say skinny, maybe like a little bit dorky. Is your friend dorky? Or is he like a pretty cool jock guy?
He actually was like a tremendous athlete in high school from like talking to him, getting to know him. But he wasn't good enough to play D1 sports, but he came from a small high school and was pretty solid at his high school.
Sure.
Good enough
And I
to
think
be a
that's what
D1
laid him,
mascot.
interested in being a mascot once he found out like there's a lot of workouts and like he would say like she'd lose like 10 pounds on a hot football game because you're in that costume and like running around doing push-ups and doing everything.
Weight loss plan.
Yeah. See,
Be
maybe
a
it's not so
mascot.
bad at all.
But also, I thought of one time I would maybe want to try to be a mascot.
Weight loss news.
No. I would want to be the mascot that gets to play in the football games with all the little youth.
Yeah.
That's the only time I'd want to be the mascot.
Yeah, you're right. I always like those videos of those mascots like crushing
yeah,
kids.
crushing the little kids.
Yes. That would be awesome.
I'm in. I'm back in. I was out, but I'm in. Can you imagine how sweaty I would be in a mascot costume?
No.
If a normal person
You
is
would
very
have to
sweaty.
get your own
Yeah,
because
they'd
nobody
make you
would
buy
wear
it.
it again after you.
Yeah, it would be
would
like
never dry
single
out.
use.
You wouldn't even wear it after you.
No
were done.
chance. No.
Ain't no dry cleaner in the world taking care of that costume.
That's the other thing. How do they do that? How do you clean a costume? If you sweat
Very,
a
very
lot
carefully.
or somebody spills a beer on
You wouldn't pass the test to be a mascot.
No, I could not.
Excuse me, do you sweat a lot? Yes, I do. Okay, move on, please.
Next.
Keep her moving. What, and I don't want to hear about your favorite school. And in this case,
I already got mine. I'm ready.
I got mine too.
in this case, I'm not even talking about, like, how do you differentiate? There's the mascot, which is like a person in a costume, and then like the school's mascot as like the nickname. Can we call it a
A
nickname?
nickname? Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to transition this into mascot/nickname talk.
Okay.
Tell me about your favorite nickname. It can be like your favorite because like it's Pretty tough or cool, or because it's real wonky.
I'm gonna keep mine also for the mascot. But the Demon Deacons
Yeah, pretty good.
were pretty cool. I don't even remember what basketball game it was on the Sega, but I was always the Demon Deacons. It was one of the games where you could like get the ball on fire and break the glass when you're dunking it. But I was always the Demon Deacons because that guy just he looked like the Monopoly guy, but like badass.
Yeah.
Like he could beat the crap out of you.
How does a demon deacon like really work out?
I don't know.
It feels contradictory.
It does. But he just wore like a huge top hat too.
Yeah, I didn't think deacons
I don't know.
wore top hats.
He looks cool. The Demon Deacon name sounds cool. But think about it, yeah, it's kind of contradictory.
I don't know if I have a favorite nickname, but I like the Philadelphia Phillies, the Philly Fanatic,
Is that the
big green monster guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Just
The
the way he
green
goes
anteater.
around. You know, he's dancing with fans and like pulling pranks on kids and like in and out of the stands and
A
on the
little
field. And
jokester.
I
Pretty
think
much what he is.
he's just he's a little different. And talk about having to be a special person to be inside that costume and pull off all the crazy stuff that guy does.
Yeah.
It was between him and was it the San Diego Padres had the chicken back in the heyday? You guys are youngins, so you
I
may
don't
not
know.
know.
Gallo del Cielo.
No.
The Family Guy chicken?
I think if there was a San Diego Padres used to have a
San
crazy
Diego
chicken
chickens?
that used to like be around. I could be wrong,
I
but
don't know. We'll have to look that
That
up.
feels made up.
What?
Fabricated.
Can we go back to the Phillies for a second?
yes.
Yeah.
The Phillies are
Cheesesteaks.
when they're talking about Phillies, are they talking about horses? Are they talking
No,
about
it's spelled different than that. That's
What-
Filly.
what are they talking
Philly.
about?
Just people from Philadelphia.
So they're just the Philadelphia
People from
Philadelphians.
Philadelphia. Yeah. I think it's short for Philadelphian.
That just seems
Well, they're stupid.
that's true.
The San Diego chicken, also known as the famous chicken.
Oh,
Here's a picture.
Thank you for clearing up that name.
You guys don't recognize that chicken?
No.
No.
Oh, you
I don't
guys are
think
too
so.
little.
The San Diego
young.
chicken, also known as the famous chicken.
Yeah,
Why do the Padres have a chicken?
And
Shouldn't
why
they have
does it
a-
say also known as? That's just like this. You're saying the same thing to me.
I don't know.
This is
I didn't make it up.
Who wrote that?
I will also. I'm gonna throw another one out there before you go.
Do it.
I do really like Bernie Brewer.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool
He's
cat.
pretty cool.
He makes beer.
And he comes down the slide
Yeah, that's cool.
and
Nobody else gets a
again,
slide down home runs.
looks like the Monopoly guy.
He's got a sweet stash.
he
yeah.
does have that.
The
That
old
separates
Raleigh
him.
Stash.
Nobody gets me fired up at American Family Field Ballpark Stadium.
Miller Park, bro.
Dude,
Nope,
they
that's dead.
just released
Miller Park at heart.
on social
forever.
media. They just released a thing the other day about like, oh,
No.
we used 300 miles of LED lights in their new American Family Ballpark Field Stadium sign.
I will never call it that.
Hey, man.
Miller Park.
I don't know where you're gonna go
Till
for
I die.
Brewers games then.
Yeah, you're gonna get lost if you try and Google that little sucker.
I know where I'm going. I can get there in my sleep.
I would just Google to go to Hellfair Field. It's the little major
Yep.
league.
Dude, I played there once.
So did I.
Did you really?
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
It didn't exist when I was your ages to play there.
Sure.
So,
I know it did.
County Stadium was
Yep.
there.
did you know Hellfair Park home plate is the exact home plate of County Stadium?
I did.
Bam.
That's
I
why
went
was
2
out there
games
hitting
in County
bangers.
Stadium
Knowledge.
before I was gone.
You did?
Yeah, I was just old enough where I got to go to a couple of games in County Stadium.
And now you're
Yeah.
a Cubs fan. Before being a Cubs fan was cool.
I was already a Cubs fan.
Before it
then
was
too.
cool.
Why did they even take you to Brewers games then?
Yeah, seems like a waste.
I
of
would've disowned
capacity.
Because it was way cheaper and way closer.
Are your parents Cubs fans?
My dad is,
Oh,
but we would
just
usually
when I
go-
thought I was liking him.
Well, sorry. So what happens when you only get WGN when you're growing up?
At least we got American Family Field Ballpark.
Yep. Gosh, I can't wait to go to that and not be
25%
Yeah,
able to, not
capacity.
be able to
Today.
tailgate.
We can go.
Although you're never going to get in because they're opening up to their suite holders and their season ticket holders.
I can be
first.
sweet when I need to.
Plus, why go when you can't tailgate? That's half
Yeah.
the fun.
That's all the
Yeah.
fun. I'm
That's true,
sorry.
It is all the fun.
We could just tailgate at our houses.
and then watch the game outside on a big projection
It's much cheaper that way.
on a sheet.
Oh, sheet. That's hard to do in the daylight.
We'll get a night game.
We've tried it with a TV.
Yeah.
Got to get the right angle. Got to put a tent over it.
It's
a
a
whole
whole
ordeal.
ordeal. It's kind of a thing.
What about you? Kyle?
I
Give us
like
your
the
mascot.
University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers. They're lit.
Okay.
Similar to the Portland Trailblazers.
No, dude. They have a dragon.
A dragon?
Oh,
Yeah, he's awesome.
UAB.
Nice.
Those are pretty badass.
Some important UAB news.
No. We can use that one because it's
Yeah, it's sports.
It's
sports
sports.
ball. Samuel L. Hunt, now known as the guy that sings the songs, previously was a quarterback at the University of Alabama Birmingham and attended a training camp with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he did not make the team and instead made all the teenage girls swoon.
Wow.
Now back to you.
Hey, Cliff Clavin, thanks for the little known facts.
I would say it seemed to have worked out for Kansas City pretty well.
And Sam Hunt. pretty
Also
well.
him, yeah.
And
He seems to be doing
other
okay.
than was he in trouble for a little bit recently?
No.
No, he
That
wasn't
was,
in trouble. That's my
he was-
that's my man Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
No, not for what he said. Didn't Sam Hunt do some time for some drunk driving problems?
You know, I think he did have a DUI.
Like that, it's not like recent, but
Yeah, I
within
think
the
he got
last
a,
couple
I think
years.
he got a DUI. His biggest problem was that he pissed off his girlfriend. Was really like his whole life story to this point.
All of his songs.
And then he wrote that one song after he released his album called "Drinking Too Much" (parentheses 8 p.m.), in which he pretty much just sings the whole song.
That's all of his songs.
He does that and everything, which is awesome.
And one of the songs was like, or one of the lines is like, "I'm sorry I named the album Montevallo and something something. All the strangers hit you up on social media." It's just like, literally, it's just a song apologizing to his scorned lover because he's like, "Hey, at least let me pay off your student loans with the songs that you gave to me."
Hey,
He's fine.
nice
They're
guy.
married now, dude. Success story. Hannah
I
Lee.
was just say I did see they were back together at some
Yeah,
point.
then he took a little hiatus from writing songs. He was out doing mission work.
What a guy!
I would like to add to my mascots. I've always been intrigued by two schools in particular. I know there's more, but these two schools are kind of bigger schools.
Chanticleers.
Live mascots, Colorado Buffaloes and
Oh.
Georgia.
Yeah.
What about Hook'em Horns?
Nah, that isn't. It's not the
What's
same.
that guy's
What?
name?
That guy could kill you.
Bovey?
I don't remember.
So could the Colorado Buffalo that they run in every game and like he runs all over the
Yeah,
place.
but
Did you ever watch those where like the people fall down?
Yeah,
Those are so great.
and
Those
like
are the best.
Georgia's, Uga or whatever the bulldog is at Georgia. Like
Mhm.
now they're on like the 7th one or something, but it's all the same lineage of the same
Right.
bulldog
Also
family.
like
So that's kind of cool.
Mike the Tiger at LSU.
Yeah,
How they always like draw the other logos in meat and then he eats it.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is there a? I don't know which. Maybe it's not. Isn't there a college that flies in a bird?
I kind of think you might be right.
Like an eagle or
Yeah, there's something.
something.
I think you're
crazy.
right. Yeah,
Oklahoma has a pretty good deal with the whole wagon.
yeah.
Yeah,
Until they
tips
like
over.
tip it over and break the wheel off. Yeah.
That's pretty cool too. Pretty much, yeah. The Seminoles, Florida State. That's
Mhm.
kind of a cool deal. The guy rides out there and
He-
throws his little spear into the ground.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
cool.
like sometimes it's lit on fire.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a cool dude.
You know who should step up their game?
The Golden Gophers. They have a live gopher.
The Florida Gators.
Yeah, get a big old gator out there,
Yeah.
like a 12-footer.
We have one of those ones on the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That
I
are
mean,
just
they have a
big,
bunch of
huge-
them. Just go get one.
It seems
Yeah,
easy to
just-
tame them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just it's not like they
They just do whatever they want. Just
on the
make
golf
sure
course
they only can
videos.
go
They're
to the-
never moving. They're just laying there.
Yeah.
No, I always see them walking, and they're like 3 feet off the ground somehow.
Well,
even
just
though they have little
you
baby
just
legs.
throw a leash around them.
That's because those are dinosaurs.
Yeah, I like those ones.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
Live
that.
mascots always
I
added.
haven't even
it's
considered
just-
live mascots. That's a good
I didn't
deal.
either.
They just add an extra because you never know. Like the buffalo sometimes has gotten a little out of control, and you know how do you handle them? And same thing with the longhorn.
Yeah, he got a
Sometimes
little.
he got a little
was this
feisty.
Last year?
Last year, the
He
year
got
before.
A couple times there, he was.
Uga doesn't do
Just
much. He
not
just chills in his
It's
doghouse.
Yeah,
gonna
he's
bug
walks
the
the
hell out of me
sideline.
if I don't remember that cow's name. It's not whatever I said, Bovie. That's like a pen that you use when you're a surgeon. Watching a lot of grays. I think it starts with a D. Debo.
Oh,
D-
that sounds.
Dabo Sweeney.
Dabo Sweeney.
That's it. Yep.
That's who it is.
What is like the most boring cliche mascot that there's 10 million of that you don't like
Oh.
because it's so boring?
There's not a lot of these, but I just don't like it. The Syracuse Orange.
Yeah, the big round orange ball.
Yeah,
So dumb.
Yeah, but that
but also
used to
just
be,
being an orange, like
Yeah.
they're orange.
The Texas Longhorn mascot is named Bevo. B-E-V-O.
Wow.
I was
Kudos.
close.
You're right
If
there.
I
You were,
would have
like,
smashed,
right there.
if I would have smashed my two names together, Bovie and Debo,
Yeah,
I
you
was
pretty much had it.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, but playing as the orange on like NCAA
NCAA.
was so fun. If you could just have a bunch of oranges with a little ball cap out running around, and then if you were like feeling extra lit, you'd play against the Stanford Cardinal, which is another one
Just
that's
a
just
tree.
bullshit.
Just
It's
a
just
tree.
a color, but it was a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, yeah. Everybody loves a good Christmas tree.
Especially when they're doing the fancy jukes where they do flips and spins.
I would say one that's overused, and it's not specific really, but anything with a panther
Yeah.
Yeah.
or a cat
Or a
or
bear.
any type of feline.
There's a lot of bears out there.
Yeah.
The golden bears.
I love bears.
There's just, I know there's a lot of schools, but
Sorry for the awkward silence.
What's going on here?
Sorry, everyone. I wounded myself.
oh my gosh.
I think that my most boring one is like the tigers. A lot of tigers.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just. I feel like there's some that like every school is, but now I don't know what they are.
Well, but
Hawks,
also,
Warriors.
why, like,
Falcons?
why do
Falcons.
schools have such a hard time finding something that it goes with their actual, like, goes with their state, goes
Right.
with their area?
Like the University of Wisconsin Muskellunges.
Well, that's Lakeland.
I
Yeah.
know, but it would be good if it was,
Can't have it.
the
It's already
Wisconsin
taken.
Robins.
Nobody has that. It's still available.
Bingo! Rebrand.
Bring that back up.
Uh-huh.
Send an email to the university.
I'll see what I can do.
You have a lot of pull there, or
Tommy
Yeah,
Thompson,
no.
he's the president of the
that guy's
university
still around?
schools. Yep. So maybe you should reach out to contact him first.
Well, yeah, but he's busy being in Tim McGraw songs,
That's true. Don't take
along with Jimmy Johnson, NASCAR driver, who was 6 when that song came out. That's not true.
I don't think that's true at all. But
All right, so whatever. There's some cliche ones, but most importantly, there's some unique ones, and I'd like to know if any of you have any in mind because I have my favorite, and it's great.
unique.
Yep.
Uh,
Unique New York.
It just popped into my head. I believe it's the Eastern Carolina University Pirates.
Pretty good.
Other than like the Pittsburgh Pirates,
Not a lot of pirates.
and you got the Buccaneers, but they're different.
Yep.
So that one I think is, especially for a college, that's fairly unique.
Let me just tell you while we're in the Carolina areas, I'd like to tell you about the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Oh yeah.
You've brought them up
Yeah,
before.
you've talked about them before. Yeah.
That's always a staple in this. I also like the Rice Owls.
Yep, that's another good one.
No,
No.
they're the spiders.
Yeah, the Rice Spiders Temple.
Temples.
Temple
Yeah.
Owls.
Yeah.
Owls are like kind of. Let's talk about owls for a minute.
Some owl talk.
Owl talk. They're kind of badass if you like think about it, but they don't look badass. They look like kind of creepy little things.
They sound like creepy things too.
They do.
Yeah.
when you hear one and it sounds close, but you're not actually sure how close. And
Because
you
you can
definitely
never
don't
see
know
it.
where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
they're pretty cool.
how about, and my wife went to college at the University of Vermont. They were the catamounts. It's basically like a puma or a panther, but a catamount just sounds cooler.
When you say basically, do you mean it's the same thing with regional dialect?
I don't know that. I'm not a
Hold on. We
scientist.
had this conversation.
We did.
And I explained the biology, and Jake was like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, but for this,
It's
Based
unique
on the name, it's
because of the
unique.
name, not the animal itself, but a
I'll
name,
allow it.
catamount.
I'll allow
Yeah.
it.
Like you said, there's lots of schools that have tigers or some panthers, but do you know another catamount anywhere?
I do not.
I didn't honestly even know what a catamount was.
See?
Science.
Unique New York, right there.
Oh, you know another one that I'm kind of tired of in the bland category is the Aggies.
Yeah.
Every A&M school ever.
Yes.
Again, they think they're being unique to their school, but
They're just
When
being
every school does it.
stupid.
Yeah.
it's not really unique.
Yeah, I don't like colors. I don't like Aggies. And I don't like, like the Illini. We're just kind of rephrase.
They're the Fighting
Fighting
Illini.
Illini. But what is? Are they just
probably like-
fighting?
Unless
they're people from Illinois who just like to fight,
Yeah.
Unless that's a tribe, and then it
like
just
the Notre Dame
sounds
Fighting
like
Irish.
I don't know what I'm
Actually,
talking
kind of fits.
Because Irish people like to get drunk and
Right.
fight.
And
they're
they
short.
have a leprechaun in a fighting stance.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
pretty cool too.
But yeah, I'm with you. Because they don't have a. Do they have a mascot?
Who? The
Fighting
Illini?
Illini.
They used to have the chief of the tribe. Like he would do similar, like Florida State. He'd ride like in on
so
a horse.
they're not
and
named.
you would have-
They're actually named after.
Yes,
like
they're named
Okay.
after an Indian tribe.
So that's.
So
I
that's
guess that's
more
fine.
allowed.
Yeah.
But
Because he used to wear the big headdress and all
Yeah.
the floral stuff on it,
Okay.
feathers and flowers and all whatever branded in.
how about Rainbow Warriors in the unique New
Hawaii?
York category?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's
Yeah.
soft though.
Super soft.
It makes
And
me
they-
think all warm and fuzzy and
100%.
Didn't they
Hugs.
make it even softer one year? Didn't they like put a legit rainbow on
Yeah,
their
they did.
on their helmets.
as
Yeah,
their logo?
yeah.
Like that's
Soft.
more power to you
That's like a
for doing it
K through
because you are going to get so much crap.
That's
It
a
is
K
kind of
through
a
four.
mountain thing, like a
kindergarten through fourth grade mascot maybe.
yeah. That one's rough. The UC Santa Barbara banana slugs.
Seriously,
I'd be
Yeah,
okay
I
I
with
did
that.
not know that.
Yeah.
I'd be
that's-
cool with that.
That's pretty bad.
I'd-
I would not want to be a
I'd
banana
be a
slug.
banana slug.
What was that one Florida school that randomly did well in the tournament one year? Florida Gulf Coast.
Yep. Been there.
Do they have a cool
I don't
logo?
remember what they are.
Probably something stupid.
I know
Probably
their
the
colors are like
teal.
blue, like these colors.
Yeah, they
Like
really
these
are.
blue and green from the Sour Patch.
My final question. If you had a bunch of money and bought a pro sports team, first, I guess, in what league would you play? And second, what would the name of the team be?
I think I have mine. I'm gonna steal it from Madden.
Let it rip.
So I'd be in the NFL.
The Tiburon Sharks.
Nope, I'm stealing this from Madden. The Portland Snowhawks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just to rival the Seattle Seahawks. And a Snowhawk is essentially a Seahawk. It just lives up in the mountains. But based on Madden, it's like their colors are like black and teal with a little bit of orange in there. So yeah, I think that's what I would do.
I like that. Is it, what? I don't know. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. The Sharon Hawks would be in the NFL.
I'd coach for that.
If I had $1 for every time I made a Sharon Hawks Madden team back in the day,
You'd be
I'd have
rich.
all the dollars.
You'd own Madden.
Bingo. But I didn't even think about like the created franchise teams that
I
are on
miss
there.
being able to make your own.
I do.
Yeah.
But some of the ones they have on there are actually kind of cool.
Who's the purple and black team? Is that the Brooklyn?
Brooklyn Beats.
Yeah, that one's
you're the-
that one's pretty cool.
Where you're like the music note,
Yeah.
but you can be like, well, I'm owned by Jay-Z, so you guys can go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Houston Oilers,
There's some other pretty good ones.
There's some cool.
The Brooklyn Bulls is another decent one.
Yeah.
You just have a big bull, blue and yellow.
Some of the colors kind of suck balls, though.
Yeah, you could essentially create Whitewater out of Oklahoma City. I think it's the Oklahoma City Warhawks.
Huh.
Just purple and silver. And almost exactly the same logo.
Nice. See, I'm not much of a marketing whiz, so I would, if I bought I would buy an NFL team, by the way, as well. But I would have a marketing specialist come in and hook me up with a mascot.
Well, you got two right here. Sounds
Yep,
like.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would hire you guys to come up with
And
something
we'd steal from
creative.
Madden.
Trademark infringement. You'd have to come up with your own.
I actually had to do that one time for a class in high school.
Really?
That's
cool.
They were like, okay, you're in charge of a minor league baseball team. Like, pick a city and tell me why you pick that city, and then do some of like their marketing stuff. So I created the Arvada Miners. It's a city outside of Colorado, and they're like known for it was real popular during the gold rush. They had a cool old white guy with a mustache as their logo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. If I was really buying a team, I'd do a lot more research on where I'm going. But
You wouldn't just like be
I
the
picked
Aggies.
Portland because it was the Snowhawks, and you can't be the Snowhawks anywhere else, according to Madden.
Man's wrong. There was a request for a segment we've not done in a while from one of our own, Euchre Dog.
Oh, Uke.
He's so wise.
What a smart little dog.
Yeah, I train him to do cool stuff. It's what's the time for, Tyler?
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
I think I picked 7 or 8. Let's just roll through them here. Let's see what we can find out about.
When are we having the Florida man championships?
I don't know. Whenever we get like a real dedicated fan that can tell me what the hell all of the winners were.
Hear that out there, hecklers? We're waiting for someone to come back with all the winners. That is a sweet tat.
I think I've seen this one before.
Balls.
Oh, now we're at an info link.
Never mind, haven't seen it.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
Florida man with state tattooed on his head calls 911 for a ride home.
I have seen it.
Confirmed. It's just a small state of Florida.
Comes right down between his eyebrows.
He called multiple times around 4 a.m. That's late. I'd be kind of tired. A deputy said he'd offered to call him a cab, but he said he didn't have any money. So then he just started walking and again called 911, and the same officer caught up with him and arrested him.
What was he arrested for? Well,
Marijuana.
maybe marijuana. Oh,
Misuse of the 911 system. And
Is that?
notes
marijuana.
to self. Don't call 911 for a ride home.
Stop. That's a typo, correct? Misuse is not spelled.
That says
says misuse?
misuse.
Misuse.
Florida.
Florida can't
Classic
even
Florida
spell.
man.
All right, so we've got a Florida tattooed
But the fact
man.
that he has
The tat right there.
Florida tattoo
He looks
between his eyes,
pretty good.
I like him.
Florida man breaks into home, cooks breakfast, tells owner, go back to sleep. He broke into a stranger's home. He was only 19 years old and broke in again at 4 a.m. 3 a.m.
Nothing good ever happens after midnight, guys.
He entered the home via an unlocked back door.
Well, lock your
Well, is
doors.
that
Step
breaking
1,
in then?
when you live in Florida, lock your doors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially for alligators.
He began cooking and eating the owner's food. When the owner confronted the man, he was told to go back to sleep. He's later found hiding in a wooded area behind the home and was arrested on a burglary charge. Oh, this is going to surprise you. According to the report, he was intoxicated.
Oh, classic.
Huh. I wonder exactly what did he steal? Did they count him stealing the food because he ate it, or did he actually steal anything else?
Maybe he stole the alcohol.
Can we
could be.
take a brief time out to look at the ads that are approaching
I was
me
looking.
on this freaking page?
Shoremaster?
These are boots for my basement supper club that I've been Googling the hell out of.
That's pretty cool.
And Shoremaster Docks.
But also, I'm looking at number 3 there, where Florida Man gets beat up by the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, that was good too. I saw that.
That one might have to come up some other time.
Florida man arrested after giving aggressive wet willy. He looks pretty smart too.
I'm just gonna guess there was some drugs or alcohol involved in this.
He was arrested after giving his girlfriend a wet willy while drunk.
Boom.
When the victim arrived home from work, she discovered her boyfriend, 47-year-old Joe, drunk and lying on the living room floor. The two went to another person's house. What? She came home, found him on the floor, and was like,
Let's go party.
I got to take you out in the town. Along with the victim's daughter, where he...
Bless you.
Bless
Oh,
you.
my heavens, it's a Betsy.
He continued to drink and be belligerent, quote.
On the way home, the Florida man allegedly pulled on his girlfriend's arm and gave her a wet willy, sticking his finger in her ear. The daughter corroborated the claim.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't making it up.
Yeah, he put his finger in her ear.
Also, I like how these articles are starting to capitalize Florida Man.
Yeah, like it's...
Like, it's not just Florida.
No, it's
as the state.
something.
It's Florida Man like he's
Yeah.
a superhero.
He is a superhero.
I like it.
He was arrested for battery for wet willying her.
And he denied being drunk.
It
which
must have
means
been
he
really
was
aggressive.
Yeah, he
100%.
poked her brain.
Maybe he popped the eardrum.
Could be.
Florida man arrested after refusing to remove I eat ass sticker from truck. Confirmed, it says I eat ass.
I've seen trucks with that.
I mean, it's this guy.
No, it's different trucks.
He says his First Amendment rights were violated after being arrested for a sticker he placed on his pickup truck. 23-year-old Dylan was pulled over on Highway 90 after a deputy saw a sticker which reads, I eat ass. According to the deputy, the sticker violates Florida statute 847.011, which deals with possession and distribution of obscene material. After confronting him, the Florida man said, "They're just words." He was issued notice to appear in court and took a photo of the sticker. The deputy then asked him to move the ass part of the sticker. Oh, I think that's supposed to say remove. When Florida man refused,
Yeah, what?
the deputy arrested him. He was charged with obscene writing on vehicles and resisting an officer without violence. What?
Seems like there are bigger things that officer should be concerned with
Yeah.
than an I eat ass
Especially in
sticker.
Florida.
Yeah.
Drunk 19-year-old
Why don't you
breaking into
just take
houses.
off the word ass? So you're just driving around with
I
a truck
eat.
that says, I eat.
Oh,
I mean, maybe you should go take care of the Florida man that's getting beat up by the Easter Bunny.
Or this Florida man.
Ooh.
Florida man stabs Nephew because he took too long in the bathroom.
Well, you probably warned him at least 3 times.
An elderly Florida man faces aggravated battery charges after stabbing his nephew for taking too long. 29-year-old Michael Johnson called the police after he was stabbed. When they arrived, they found him with stab wounds on his lower back and abdomen. According to officials, Dan Johnson, the old Florida man, knocked on the bathroom and told his nephew to get out. When his nephew opened the door, Dan stabbed him multiple times for being disrespectful because he puffed out his chest.
My God.
Detectives say there were no evidence of Michael Johnson threatening his uncle physically or verbally.
If he just wouldn't have taken so long in the bathroom.
I told you to get out of there.
Yeah.
Stop. Go back to that article. Oh, never mind. Just stay right there. Florida Man, the epic adult coloring book.
Oh, we'll have to get that.
Dude, we're ordering one for everybody.
Florida man shoots woman with water gun filled with his own urine. I like the emojis, too. Florida man's facing battery charges after he shot a woman with a water gun filled with his own urine. 71-year-old Joel approached the woman, who was walking her dog, and squirted her several times with a water gun. He later told deputies that he did indeed shoot the woman several times and that he would do it again.
It's a rebel without a cause right there.
Yeah, I squirted her with pee, and I'll do it again tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh. How many do we need out of this? 1 or 2 little winners?
Let's go 2. I'm sticking with this. The urine squirt gun guy is one of my 2.
Pretty good. Urine squirt gun. Too long in the bathroom stabber. I eat ass.
I eat ass.
I'm going. I agree. I eat ass.
Ooh. That one's good too. I think I'm gonna go with the wet willy, and damn it,
The Tad almost gets that guy the win, but
I think I'm gonna go with the pea squirter and the wet willy man, the menace.
I'm also going the pea squirter, so he's gonna win.
That's number 1.
I'm a pea squirter too.
And I think I'm gonna have to go with the I eat ass.
Yep, I'm an I eat ass guy.
I'm not mad about that decision because sometimes you just gotta be able to tell the world what you're
He just
into.
looks like he's so proud of that.
Yeah.
He looks like a 23-year-old hick.
Is that the picture that the police officer took? He let
Here,
the guy
buddy,
pose
you want
back.
me in this? How do you want me? You want me leaning like this?
Pose by your truck,
Should I
man.
smile or am I looking serious here? Well, how do you want it?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Florida man never ceases to amaze.
It is something.
Did you write
else.
those down so you can at least start?
No, but
The
when
Ultimate Florida Man
somebody's-
Championship?
When somebody's looking it up, just also include those.
We should get some of those adult coloring books for the flight for Costa Rica
Yeah.
when we go on vacation for no
I'm in.
reason.
Yeah. Oh man.
Getting booked.
I'm homed.
So excited.
It's gonna be great.
Did you say you're homed?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Like
be lit.
double homed?
Well, it's like it's like
It's like the opposite of being homeless.
Yeah, homed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm home.
I don't think that's the opposite of being homeless.
Home full?
I said
Yes, homeful.
I just cut off the S part of homeless instead. Didn't work.
No, I did not.
We'll
Sorry.
stick with homed. Anyway,
That works.
folks, I'm just so glad that you were able to come with us on this journey this evening.
So special.
It was really special of you. Be safe out there. We're going to try and get this one out before Monday afternoon because I know I hate to let you down. But I was busy looking at dinosaurs on cars.
Maybe I won't get an angry text from my mother on Tuesday morning wondering where it is.
Was that Tuesday? It was Tuesday. Jeepers.
That's all right. It got up.
It's a good thing she doesn't have my number because I couldn't handle the angry text messages.
It wasn't angry. It just said, no podcast, ? Exclamation point.
Travis also sent one. He was not happy.
Those are like 2 of our biggest fans. We
I
got to
know.
keep them
We
happy.
can't-
I know.
I apologize to both of you.
See what happens when I'm gone? You guys just get all
Oh.
thrown off track.
I did my job.
Oh, throw him under the
Guys.
bus.
I'd like to apologize.
I blame Katie.
Yep. I'd like to apologize for Katie. Until next time. While I'm busy apologizing to Katie for apologizing for Katie.
For blaming Katie.
For blaming Katie. Wasn't me. For Jake Reese and Tyler Heck. I'm Colin Frederick, and let's get the heck out of here.